Reform Party leader Preston Manning says comments made by Herb GRUBEL, the MP, about Natives are unacceptable. GRUBEL yesterday quoted that Natives were lazy and like children on the South Seas Islands, being supported by a rich uncle, adding that it's time to tell them no more. Manning says that the comments do not reflect the party and the party's policies. Jacques Brobeau has more.
Herb GRUBEL decided yesterday to share his views on Natives with his fellow MPs. During a debate on Yukon land claims, he compared Natives to spoiled children living on a South Seas island thanks to a rich relative.
We were like the rich uncle who says, "Oh, my poor teenage nephew, he needs a steady flow of income."
I feel very affronted by
ETHEL Blondin is a Liberal from the Northwest Territories. She and many other MPs blasted GRUBEL for his depiction of Canada's Aboriginal peoples.
I guess that's really stretching democracy in the truest sense, how people like that find themselves in this institution.
And I hope that all members of the House, without exception, from every party, will disassociate themselves from the words of this one member who's clearly lost any connection to decency and to intelligence.
At first, some Reform MPs seemed to be defending GRUBEL.
His comments were taken completely out of context. We have an obligation to ask, is the amount of money we're spending on this on behalf of Canadians too much? And I wouldn't make any apologies whatsoever to ask those kind of questions.
A few minutes later, Reform's House leader emerged to say GRUBEL's remarks were indeed unfortunate.
Some of the rather extreme statements that he made are not supported by Reform. They've never been part of our policy.
Finally, a letter was issued by Reform leader Preston Manning. The statement says some of the comments made by Herb GRUBEL are unacceptable and do not reflect Reform Party policy or attitudes. For a man who likes to speak his mind, Herb GRUBEL was not answering media calls today. But late this afternoon, he did issue a statement put out by Reform Party headquarters. In the statement, GRUBEL said he did not intend to portray Natives as lazy or spoiled, and he apologized for any offense caused by his remarks. Jacques Brobeau, Global News, Ottawa.
Well, I think it's a racist comment. I think it's obvious the Reform MP isn't understanding the Native culture. I mean, there's responsibilities on both sides, but I think he should maybe go out and visit a reserve and maybe understand how they live, and then he'll understand the problems they're having.
I think it's ridiculous. I think they have to do their type of thing as well as we are. I think it's unfair that we have to criticize other nationalities within this country. I think it's really... Overall, I think we have to look and see how we can help them instead of criticizing them.
It's the exact opposite of what the Reform MP has said. It's actually a systematic exploitation by the government in this country to go after the Native people and take away their culture, their pride, and the respect that they duly deserve. And this is a classic statement of the far right that's emerging in this country.
14